back to 21 rituals nature. Which ritual do you like the most? Which ritual do you practice yourself?
I do them all because I wouldn't actually put them in the book if I hadn't seen that they work for myself. I'm getting to an age and stage in my life where I can't do anything that isn't authentic anymore. It just feels wrong. And as I said, I'm blessed to write many books now, so it's something I do for love rather than need at the moment. So I can't endorse anything that I don't actually. So all of them are special to me, really special. But there are two that stand out. One is the animal one, which is doing a meditation. And I recommend a website where you can actually spend time just imagining what it would be like to be a specific animal. It's a wonderful website where you can become a giraffe, you can become a shark, and they give you all the scientific knowledge that you need in a kind of a meditative state. And you can just imagine that, because I believe animals for me are earth angels. I am passionate about animals, fiercely against animal cruelty of any kind. I think the way we treat our animals is horrific, and I will do anything to champion their well-being. So that, and also my dogs and my cats, I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, so they can live in harmony, have at some point literally saved my life with their love and their companionship, because having a pet is the most wonderful boost to your self-esteem. They are spiritual. They love you regardless. They don't care if you have a big job. They don't care how you look like. They just want you. So I'm telling anyone who's feeling depressed, there's healing power in having a pet. You are loved unconditionally, and that sounds a lot like heaven to me. Being loved, just all you need to do is give them their basic, and they love you.
Yeah,
that's such a validating and rewarding experience and healing. So that ritual, the animal one, and then I think it's the final ritual. Yes, it is water. I've always felt very close to water, and I actually found out that empaths tend to. I'm somebody who loves having baths. I just feel that because water is emotion. So spending time near lakes, near seas, near oceans, and it makes sense really, because we're 70%, up to 70% water. And if you think the moon rules the tides, and that's when I did a book called The Moon Fix, actually, which is all about how the moon, being in tune with the moon. I firmly believe that. I follow the progress of the moon each month and in tune with that. You know, when I believe that up there we're ruled by the planets. But water, as I say, we're 70% water. So again, that's where we feel at home. And I feel very at home near water of any kind. I think it's deeply spiritual, deeply calming. And I think we need to protect our oceans, remove the litter from the beaches and the seas. That ritual about being in tune with the healing power of water. Water is life. We can't live without it. And tuning into that every day is something that I do as well. So merging with water.
Yeah.
But it's a natural thing for an empath to do. Actually, empaths are always water.
Yeah.
There's any water source.
Water as well.
Do you? Yeah, I bet you.
So, but there is something about you that I find very fascinating, is that your extreme search for science, scientific proof, and still being spiritual, because I can sense that you are very spiritual, even though you believe that you don't have a certain how do you say so abilities.
But I believe that, you see, the thing is, I think you can't do it all in this life. And my soul chose to be a researcher and to get the information out there. You know, I write 3 to 4 books a year. I get obsessed with my books. I write, you know, my family will know, I go into exile. That's my role. If I wanted to be a psychic or a medium, that requires training, dedication, and you can't do both.
To the Swedish audience, what would you like to say to them that are, you know, important truths that you live by every day?
Well, I'll talk about relationships first. As far as relationships are concerned, don't love or like or work with people because of their potential, what you think they could be. If you don't like or love someone or feel comfortable with someone as they are when they come into your life, That's not going to work. Too many mistakes in relationships are because of what we think someone could be, rather than who they really are. If someone shows you who they are, believe them. I know that doesn't sound that spiritual because we all like to think there's good in people, but no, if someone shows you a couple of times that they don't respect you or they don't value you, believe them. They're not going to change no matter what you do. So that's it. Another thing is relationship is people don't treat you as you treat them. People treat you as you treat yourself. So that's a big life truth. And in terms of life in general, as I say, walk the talk. Dreams and plans and visions are great. We all need that. But more important is the actions you take. What you do in the world is what people don't remember you for what you said. People will remember you by what you do. So it's what you do. Be the change you want to see in the world. And then my final one is, you know, if you're confused and you don't know the next step forward, just do the next right thing. I love that Frozen movie. Actually, it's the second Frozen movie. If you're a Disney fan, there's a wonderful song, I believe. And just this character is confused. And they say, don't think ahead. Just do the next right thing. And that's what my ritual books are. Forget the future. Forget all this. Forget everything. Just here and now, what in the next 5-10 minutes can you do that is positive and right? Keep doing, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Keep doing the next right thing. And then if you keep repeatedly doing that, one day you will wake up and you suddenly feel better about yourself. And the moment you feel better about yourself is the moment that life starts to transform. And things won't go all magically into place because they're not meant to. Relationships all won't work out because they're not meant to. How many of us have fallen madly in love in our youth? And then 20 years you look back and you think, thank God that didn't work out. That person was so wrong for me. I mean, one of my dreams growing up, I wanted to be a ballerina. I trained so hard. I actually got into the ballet Rambert, but because I was so poor, it didn't work out. I wanted my life to end. I thought that was the end of my life. But now looking back, I think, yes, that would have been great. For 10 years, I would have been a dancer. But then I would have emerged in my 30s, because that's the cutoff point, with no education, not really not sure what I wanted to do. What then? And I think, thank goodness that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because it was the right thing at the time. We got to think that what you think is heartbreaking can actually be turned to an advantage later on. A friend of mine's daughter failed her exams when she was 15, terribly. Then 3 years later, she got back on track and actually got into Oxbridge here. But in her personal statement, she used the failure of her early exams to show how she had turned things around. And they loved the fact, because everybody says, oh, don't apply to Oxbridge if you failed all your GCSEs, which is here. Yeah. Don't even bother applying, they won't notice. She ignored that and thought, well, I've got stunning A-level grades here. Okay, I've got 2 or 3 GCSEs and I got E grades, doesn't matter. She just had the courage to try. They actually saw it as a positive, because here was someone who had recognized that they'd messed up and had come back. Sometimes the worst thing that happens to you can be the best. It's very hard to think of that at the time. And it's especially so with relationships. If you feel that this person is everything to you and it doesn't work out, trust me, in 10 years' time, I know that sounds a long time, you will look back and think, thank God. You know, and typically when you think, thank God, that person tends to come back into your life and show you who they really are. And you realize, oh my goodness, I made the right decision.
That is very true. So a couple of few short ones. What interest do you have except writing books and talking to scientists?
Talking to scientists, writing books, studying mediums and psychics, doing my podcast. My interest, of course, is my animals. I love my animals. And also, I am very driven. So I've made a conscious effort in recent years to focus more on the people that matter to me, my family, spend time helping them. They're on their journey too. And to be there. Nothing matters more than the people who are close to you. What's the point of winning a Booker Prize or Nobel Prize if the people close to you are unhappy? You need to look at that. Your people in your life, are they happy? Are they? And if you can't make them happy, maybe you should be on your own. Don't destroy other people's lives in the process to get where you want. That matters to me. And I love reading. I love movies, although we can't go at the moment. I love reading. I love movies, and of course walking in nature. All those kind of things. And I love music. Music is my passion. My son actually is at the Royal College of Music. Oh. He's a pianist, hence the piano behind the screen. Yeah, I love listening to music.
What kind of music?
And comedy. Yes. I think another thing about self-help, it gets too serious. I think, and that's why I was so pleased that Life, I don't know how it happened, because he was having these major names on there like Marianne Williamson and Tony Robinson, and I was blessed with the opportunity to talk about what I do with a comedian. Yeah. And I think comedians actually are spiritual leaders without realizing it. We all need to take ourselves a little less seriously. Yeah. Life is to be enjoyed, not to be endured.
No. So where do you live?
I live in Windsor.
Windsor,
which is where the Queen lives. Yeah, I can see the castle.
Oh, gosh, I've been there. It's fantastic.
It is beautiful.
It.
Yeah. I live in Windsor.
And you know, the ancient wings, they are, you know, constantly there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, I'm very, very, very lucky. I'm very lucky. Yeah.
Oh, God, I love it. So, yeah, family. We have that. Where are you born?
I was born in Sussex. I was born in Sussex in UK. Although my mother, as I said, was Dutch Indonesian. Yeah. So, and my husband is Chinese. So I really am a bit of everything, you know. So I've got all sorts of cultures in me.
Do you speak Chinese?
No, he doesn't actually. He was British born.
Oh, okay.
British born Chinese, and although his father, he could never actually speak to his father because his father only spoke Chinese, which is interesting. Never learned English.
Oh, wow. How's that relationship?
Yeah. His mother was English, you see. Yeah, but it's a different time.
It can be love still.
It's a different time. You know, it was a different time. He came here as a sailor. So, you know, different time. And my mother came here from war-torn, you know, Indonesia. So a lot of mixed cultures, and, you know, found a home in the UK, which is very tolerant of different cultures, and, you know.
I like Britain.
Well, right now it's in a bit of chaos, so we need
But you're not afraid of chaos, and I like that. You're not afraid of chaos, that's for sure.
Well, chaos is like a kettle boiling. It's got to boil. It's like the darkness before the dawn, isn't it? The screams of pain in childbirth. That's where I feel we are right. Or the adolescence. Adolescence is a traumatic, difficult time where everything's going, and I hope the kettle's, we're boiling at boiling point, and it will. I hope it goes in a more spiritual direction and a less materialistic direction. And if I can play a part in that, and all I know is right now.
Playing, you mean?
I hope I have. As I said, the unprecedented interest in the media and what I do feels like a blessing from heaven. That, you know, I feel blessed to push this spiritual message. You know, focus on who you are, not what you do. You know, focus on the person you are, and then do good things. You know, not what you have, but let's focus on what you have or what you look like. It's just got horrible in recent years, this focus on social media, on appearance, these Instagram models. And I love the fact now that I can go on Instagram, and I don't, you know, at my age and stage in life, and it's not, you know, and I'm not harassed because of my appearance, which is what would have happened last year. You know, people are nasty, and I'm not getting that now. It's like, we want to hear what you've got to say.
Wonderful. makes me so happy to hear that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Theresa, I'm going to say thank you for all your time and all your words and all your wisdom. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And let's talk again with the next book.
Yes, please. And I just want to thank you as well. It's the first time I've spoken to Sweden, and I'm just blessed. Really, I am. You know, we are very much in awe of Sweden over here. I'm telling you that.
Oh, that's so nice to hear, because we hear a lot of other things. You know,
no, not
so mad at us.
You gave us ABBA. How can we not like you? Love you. That's what I say. Watch Mamma Mia if you're ever feeling low.
Yes, that's a good one. And the last one, and all the music in that, it makes me cry because it's so beautiful.
That's a more spiritual message sometimes than anything. As I say, you know, increasingly in movies you're getting these powerful spiritual messages. You know, if I say someone is bereaved, watch the Disney movie Up.
Yeah.
About an old man. If you're struggling with your emotions, negative ones, watch the Disney movie Inside Out. It's there, and I know that because actually on my podcast, I must just say this, I had the former science director and of Disney and co-founder of Pixar Studios, Dr. Lauren Carpenter. He is a deeply spiritual person. He founded Pixar Disney, and he was a guest on my podcast. And I was so awestruck. First question, he won 2 Oscars for his computer animation. He's a physicist, and he's now joined the scientists, many of whom I like Dr. Julia Mossbridge, researching spirituality, researching consciousness. And it's interesting that within movies, we are getting a lot of spiritual themes, the Frozen movies in particular, about being yourself, let it go, you know, something calling me. There's this song in the second movie where she's lying there and that's spirit calling her to be a better person, to see the bigger picture of her life, that there is more to this life than just stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that message is coming through loud and clear in a lot of movies that touch hearts. I mean, there's a reason why Titanic was such a big movie. That final scene when they meet on the staircase. Is the reason why movies that touch heart, they can heal and comfort in ways, extraordinary ways. And I hope cinema comes back actually after this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I hope it does. Cinema is a powerful way to reach people, you know, because, you know, you think, wouldn't churches love to have that attendance?
Exactly.
And again, finally, I also work with the Star Wars people, you know, the Star Wars nights, the Force in the Star Wars movie. I did a book, Become the Force. The reason Star Wars is so successful is not special effects and Harrison Ford. It's that, what is the Force?
Yeah, exactly.
It's spirit. Yeah. Movies are teaching these truths without us knowing. So go and watch some inspiring movies as well. Movie therapy is a big thing. I'm sorry, I could go on and on.
We should not do that. Now it's lunchtime here. I will have some with my husband and my dog outside. And you can have breakfast if you want.
Well, it's nearly lunchtime too, so I'll do that. Sorry if I talk too much.
No. Don't be sorry. It's fantastic. It's lovely to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Alexandra.
Thank you, Theresa. We'll talk again.
Lots of love.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.